It looks good.
Hi everybody, and welcome down to Heads Gone Golf. We've got a slightly different video today. We've got some content with a good friend of mine called Ollie Walmsley. His handle is Ollie Walmsley Golf on Instagram. And what we have brought to you is a 4-part mini coaching series. Now, Ollie, over the time that I have been playing, has helped me massively in all aspects of my game. So I thought that combined with him being such a great coach, he's also got a wedge matrix qualification, could help you guys improve your short game and make you feel a lot more comfortable around the greens. So the first episode is all about flop shots. So Ollie's going to put me in some pretty hairy positions, which you're going to see in a second. And I actually hadn't tried this technique out before this video. So I went down to Brookdale Golf Club, which is where we're going to go in a second. Ollie told me about a few different concepts that he wanted to do that day, and then we jumped straight in. So what the footage that you're about to see is basically me having a lesson off of Ollie. So no further ado, we're going to jump over to Brookdale Golf Club and see what Ollie's got for us.
So should I just play like a normal one that I'll play?
Yeah. I feel that's a pretty good shot.
Exactly, but
It
it's
doesn't stop. It just keeps rolling.
exactly. So because it's not got enough height on it, and the technique is not particularly consistent.
Yeah.
Exactly, short. So look at the difference in distance on such a short shot.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll change the technique slightly.
Yeah.
So we've got the white stick at the target line. The red stick is going to be where we want Jack to swing the club. So when you take your set up, we're going to open the club all the way up, okay, and we're going to get the handle up in the air so the club's almost sitting, not vertical but not far off, so it's quite like a putt. Then from there, I want Jack to swing the club up and away from himself on this red stick. So if you just do a practice swing for us. Yeah, and again, up a bit more. Good, there we go. Get the handle a little bit higher in the dress. Perfect, and then up that. Great technique.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, with like just some feedback from me, with that strike, the difference in the first one, I felt like I had to really time the first one to get it to stop. Whereas that there, it's all about the technique, just swinging down that line and using the club face rather than trying to use time.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the hardest chip shot in the world, but this is one that can catch a lot of people out where you've got a bit of something in between you and the green, so you can't putt. There's no bump and run option, there's no putting option. There's a fair bit of green to work with, but not massive amount, because on here the greens are still firm and it's running away from us, isn't it? Yeah. So it's always going to be difficult to stop the ball. So we need something that can just pop it up, come down soft, and hopefully not roll out too much.
Try and do it.
Yeah. So up this red line here, so it's a cross.
Yeah. The hardest thing to come to grips with is the handle up.
Yeah.
When you take the wrists out of it, it's
Lovely. There we go. So what Jack just said there about the hardest things to come to grips with is having the handle up. The reason we do that when we play the shot is if we have the handle up in the air, it brings the heel of the club away from the ground. If I'm playing the shot with a square face, you can see that the heel has got a lot of potential to get tangled up in the rough. If we turn the club this way, it becomes a lot sharper. So as he comes down, it's got more chance of getting through thick rough. So we'll play one now where we put Jack in a bit of a horrible lie. Let's see if we can put this technique into action here. So I'm not sure if you can still see the ball, but this is not a great shot. You'd be definitely moaning to your playing partners if you ended up here. So exactly the same thing. Get the handle high, swing it up this way, and keep the wrist out of it. It's like hitting a 100-foot putt. There you go. So handle higher, face more open. Good, there you go.
easy as that.
Okay, so thought I'd just jump on and show you. Ollie was explaining brilliantly about the shaft for that shot. So the shaft needs to be more upright, but you unfortunately couldn't see the club head. So with a normal shot, the leading edge and the heel will sit square on the floor. For this shot, you need the heel to be in the air. So there is a gap here between the ground and the heel. He also wants you to open the club face right up with the shaft standing up. You see there, so you've opened the club face, your club still has the potential to wrap around long rough and then send the ball left and long. So what you need to do, along with opening the club face, is to lift the heel up, and then by swinging across the line, you're actually using this bigger area of the club here to play this golf shot. Now what we're going to do is head back over to Brookdale Golf Club and look at a slightly different technique of playing a very similar style of flop shot.
So some short game tips back out here with Ollie. Just looking at a different type of sort of flop shot around the green, different sort of scenario. We're short side ourselves again. There's not much of an option for a bump and run again, but we want to sort of get aerial and stop it as quick as we can before the flag. And I think Ollie's just going to talk us through another way that we can sort of get around doing that and how we can change the attack angle. So
yeah, so this is the second option when you're trying to play a high shot, basically a flop shot. We need it to get up in the air quick and stop it quick. As you can see here, there is next to no green to work with. The rough's too thick, we can't put it, we can't bump and run it, so the ball needs to go up. This one is probably harder. It's a little bit more advanced than the other one, but that doesn't mean to say for you it's harder. You find your preference. One might be harder than the other technically, but you might find this easier still. So I'm going to show Jack how to play it really quickly. Let's see how he gets on. Let's see if he can hold this one. So when you play the shot, if you take a setup for me.
Yeah.
So really important, we've got to have the face open because we need some extra loft there to get the ball up in the air. Now what you can see is Jack's pulled his right foot back. Okay. So this time we're going to play it with the handle really low. So when he lowers the handle, you can see that that stick matches the plane of the shaft. Now the way he's going to play it is he wants to swing the club under the stick. That's why Jack's pulled his right foot back so that his right leg is no longer in the way. So when you play this shot, you have to stay very central to the way you set up so that you can control the low point. So just go straight back in. There you go. Okay, handle low. Just have a little feel of the backswing under the stick, and then I'm going to move the stick. Okay, so we're going to take this out of the way, and let's see how you go. There you go. Alright, that stopped very quickly. You can see it's a difficult shot. It is a little harder, but you can find your preference. I think we can see which Jack's preference is. Seeing as he hold the other style. So we'll try the second style of flop shot here. So this one is the handle's a lot higher, the face is open, you swing it steeper, more across yourself. The thought is it's like a 100-foot putt, so there's no risk involved in this. There you go, let's see how you get on. Lovely. So the thing to note with the two different shots, he's played them both very well. The first one, where the handle's lower, it went higher. That shot has the potential to go higher. The second one, with the handle up, it's still gone high enough to stop, but it's not gone as high as the other one. It won't stop as quick in some scenarios. You know, if you're playing onto a downslope, the first style of flop shot where the handle's lower definitely gives you more scope to hit the ball higher and stop it quicker.
So there you have it. I hope that those techniques and those little tips and drills are going to help you improve your short game. They certainly have for me. Since filming the video, I've actually tried to implement a lot of those bits and pieces in my game. I played at the weekend, and the shaft leaning upwards and opening the face, I use that a lot more often. And
Sorry,
the dog.
whining. On your bed.
Good boy.
Sorry.
Anyway. I actually thought that I had quite a strong short game with no realisation at all that I could have made my life a lot more easy by using these different techniques. So if you are new to the channel and you enjoy the video, please head down, smash that like button, and please, if you would like to, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of these coaching tip videos. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the video, and if you implemented any of these changes and tips into your game, what the results were. I'll see you next week, guys, and until then, stay safe and enjoy the golf.